All right, let's go.
Come on.
Um, 7 days ago, I launched my Skool community and got my first sale within 48 hours. And in this video and live stream, we'll show exactly how I did it step by step. Because I know how hard it can be to make money on Skool, and I've felt super stuck before too. So by the end of this video, you'll know the exact system, how to make your first sale, and many more. So what we're gonna
Let's
cover in
go.
this video, let's go, is step one, make a plan that actually works for you. Step two, create an offer that people want. And step three, the Limitless OS, the easiest way to make money. And if you have this, like everything will flow super cool in your business. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Dan.
Awesome, bro. So yeah, 0 to 1 million Skool. First of all, who are we? Well, I am Dan. I'm the owner of Limitless Skool, and we're helping people make money from their passion. And next to me is my right hand man, Bram, who was actually my first ever client, helping him to remote high ticket sales. And now he's sitting
Yep.
next to me in this amazing podcast and became one of my best friends. Super grateful to have you here, Bram.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Looking forward to this conversation. So I believe we have known each other for like 2.5 years now, and it's insane the progress you made, the road you've been through. So yeah, looking forward to this conversation. I'm sure I'm gonna learn a lot of new things as well, and the people watching will learn a lot of new stuff. So yeah, let's go. Let's start.
Awesome, man. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's super do it. That's exciting. All right. So basically, first of all, like, why are we even doing like a 0 to 1 million Skool journey? Well, the reason for that is that I truly believe that life itself is like the greatest gift of all. It's like the most beautiful thing. Like
Sure.
we can do so many beautiful things in our lives. Um, but I've realized that when we are able to like make money from our passion, it becomes even greater.
Yep.
It's like work doesn't just feel like a chore or something you need to do, it becomes something you want to do. And I believe that's like how life is supposed to be. You're
Yep.
supposed to be doing the things that you want to be doing, right? So I believe that when we document our entire journey from $0 to $1 million together with our mastermind clients, we show that it's possible. It's not just something out of a fantasy book or a film or
Hmm.
anything like that, right? Like you can create your own movie, you can create your own film, and
Reality.
I want to make it simple. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
create your own reality. So yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Bram? Feel excited?
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I think a lot of people want to create their own reality nowadays, and like remote working, online working is a very hot topic. And I think school really brings that opportunity for a lot of people that, yeah, nowadays beforehand lacked the framework of making their own reality, and I think it's great. And the fact that we're like recording the whole road to 1 million, I think it will help a lot of people for sure. And like the transparency you already gave and we will keep giving, I think it's really nice. Yeah, and I think a lot of people will learn a lot from it, and I hope will help a lot of people for sure to become limitless, right?
Let's go. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely, absolutely. And like one other thing that came up to mind is like why I really like this is because I've seen so many people like sharing the journey from like 10 million or like from 1 million to 10 million, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But never really someone that goes from zero together with a group of other people towards 1 million. I think there's
Yeah.
a lot of power into that. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, that's
Yeah, because a
extremely
lot more
exciting.
people need to start from zero, right? A lot of
Way
people don't
more.
have it yet, and I think you'll reach and simple help a lot more people from zero, right? 0 to 1 is is the most difficult part of it, of the whole journey.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like starting is the hardest part. So
Yeah.
talking about starting, let's dive into the current stats because we opened literally 7 days ago.
Yeah.
And if I go to our WhatsApp where our clients are, we can see how much money we have made since we started. So here we go, 0 to 1 million Skool. So this is the combined revenue or cash collected from ourselves and the clients that we have. So
Yeah.
last Monday, so 2 days after we started, we got our first ever sale, which was
Crazy.
Carlos. Yeah,
Crazy.
which is absolutely crazy, and I'm gonna show like how I was managed to do that. But that's amazing. He paid three times $1,000. So until right now, he paid
Hmm.
$1,000. So that's amazing. And then in that time after he joined, he himself collected 3.7K. So right now we are
How much days were
3.7.
between that done? Like from he enrolled and made his first, collected his first cash?
Yeah. So he enrolled on Monday and collected his like first cash, or at least like money that he wouldn't have had otherwise, on Thursday. So it was 3 days,
Yeah.
and then he made a
Yeah, that's
return on
insane.
investment. Yeah,
Insane
I was
pace.
so
Insane
pumped.
pace.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
super excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny part is like it's not something like crazy complicated or anything like that no one knows, right? It's just a couple simple things, but because I was able to
Yeah.
look inside of his business, I was like, oh, like this is the problem, right? Like in his
Yeah.
case, his conversion rate was not high enough, so the amount of
Hmm.
people that close on the car actually pay. So I changed a little bit of things in his offer, and then bum, it
Hmm.
worked. So it's really cool.
Is that something you see a lot of times? Like the problems, like the challenge, let's call it challenge, the challenges Carlos had. Is that something you see often?
Yeah, to be honest, like often there are like similar challenges in businesses, and like one of the best ways to solve it is just look at the numbers. But like
Yeah.
we just said, the most people, like the biggest problem people have is like actually like getting off the ground.
Yeah.
And I believe like that's the hardest part. Like that's
Yeah.
absolutely the hardest
Sure.
part. Like getting from zero
Yeah.
to like your first sale, that's really hard.
Hmm.
And that's why I think it's great that we cover that. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Nice.
to share like where we are at. So from 0 to 1 million, well now we are at 3.7 plus 1K is 4.7K. So we can add the money sign here. So the 4 is 4.7K. This means we are around 0.5% on of our goal. So that's super cool.
Nice. Dan, can you
Awesome.
talk a little bit more about why you count like also the cash collected from the clients or from the team as a whole, right? Can you explain
Yeah,
that
that's a
to the
great
people
question.
watching?
Yeah, that's a great question. So initially, I was not going to do this actually.
Hmm.
Initially, I was just basically about me going to be like me earning $1 million.
Yeah.
But then, how crazy it sounds, I saw like this pile of ants, and they were like all working together, like making the nest like good, right? And I think
Hmm.
like ants are like one of the most fascinating creatures in this world, because
Sure.
they all work seamlessly with full unity together
Hmm.
without like friction.
Yeah.
And
They're a
that's
team,
so
very
interesting.
structured
Yeah,
team.
they're like
Yeah.
complete team, like exact like the definition of a team, right?
Hmm.
Everyone has their own role, everyone is doing their own thing, right? No friction, nothing. And I was like, well, from the book, like Think and Grow Rich,
Yeah.
one of the most powerful principles in that book is a mastermind, the mastermind principle, right?
Yeah.
And that basically means like a group of people, more than two, have a collective goal with complete harmony.
Hmm.
So there's no
Sure.
friction, there's complete peace. Everyone like wants to go towards the goal together. And if you
Hmm.
have that concept, then you basically like create a mastermind, as like,
Hmm.
which means multiple brains together.
Hmm.
And that causes that there are better ideas, new insights, and helps us like move forward. It helps like
Hmm.
attaining or achieving that goal much faster.
Yeah.
And that's what I want, right? I don't just want myself to earn like 1 million. Like, what fun is that, right? Like, I want to help
Hmm.
people make money from the passion. So I want to do it together. And it's not that I am the fucking guru that knows everything. Like, I'll accept that. But I am really good in collecting the right people together and doing
Yeah.
it together and putting people in their strengths. And that's what I want to be doing here.
Where did it start for you? Like a desire to help people and be like a collective, helping each other reach your goals. Where did it start for you?
Yeah, that's also a really good question. And I think that's one of the first things we're gonna cover. So I love
Okay,
that question.
great.
Because let's see if I go here. So we know the current sets. So like I just said, it's 7.1, 4.7K out of 1 million. And it like the first step in order for you to get your first sale is like having a vision and a plan. And after that, I'll share like
Mm-hmm.
where it started for me to want to do
Mm-hmm.
this. Because like with everything in life, we create it two times. The first time we create something, it's in our mind. We see
Mm-hmm.
something we want, and then we do it, right? Even the simple things. Let's say we want water,
Yep.
right? We think about water, we think about drinking water, and then we grab a bottle of water, right? Like it happens two
Yeah.
times. But this is also with your life and with the person you want to become. So there are three steps in order for you to create your vision and your plan. The first thing you want to do is like have an 8 year North Star vision. So like
Yeah.
a North Star where you want to go towards. And after that, we can like narrow it down to 3 years and then to 12 weeks. And I'll explain why and how in a second. But let's start with 8 years. And first, I always like struggled with like, okay, but what do I need to write down? Like, where do I focus on? It was really broad. And I
Yeah.
found a way to make it way more simple. And
Mm-hmm.
how I did it, and this is what I call like staying limitless or the limitless way,
Mm-hmm.
is it has three values. It is live today, love tomorrow, unite forever. And I believe if you keep those in balance, then you'll live
Mm-hmm.
your most limitless life. And I think you have also something to show here, right?
Yeah. We've got the same
Like
tattoo on our wrist.
this is like commitment over here, right? Like this is
Yeah.
complete commitment.
Where did we get
Um,
that done? Maybe we
in
should talk a
Bali,
little bit
yes,
about that.
in
Yeah,
Bali.
in Bali.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got this in Bali indeed. When like it was kind of cool because if you want to like achieve something great in your life, you need to make a commitment. So that was what
Yep.
I did in my first program. One of the first things was like, hey, you need to make a commitment. And Bram, what happened when you saw that?
Yeah, I think you mean like making the commitment with the tattoo in Bali, or
Yeah, yeah,
what that meant for me?
yeah,
Yeah, I think the moment we got it, I mean, there's no way back, right? Like a tattoo is permanent, and I think it's the ideal thing to do when you want to make a commitment. Like I was in Bali for my first time. I believe it was December 2023, right? I came for your birthday to Bali, right?
yeah.
Came for
Yes,
your birthday.
yes.
First time to Bali, alone, traveling, and yeah, we decided to make that commitment because also, of course, I also have goals myself, and yeah, had to make a commitment to reach those goals and to reach those goals a little bit faster, and also have like something I can look at. And when I look at it, I know, okay, all right, this is my vision, and like the feeling you get when making such a commitment, yeah, it's insane. It's like the first step into becoming the version of yourself you want to becoming that identity. So yeah, it's very powerful, and I don't. I mean, we do not advise everyone to get a tattoo of something on your wrist, but it's a nice way to start for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And like if you ever want a tattoo, like what I always try to do is like my tattoos always like are timeless. So
Hmm.
there are tattoos that I will forever like doesn't matter who I become or like whatever it is, like they will
Yeah,
always like resonate with you. Just like limitless,
yeah,
right? Like it's something
it's
that will
very
always
important.
resonate
Yeah,
with you. Yeah, 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 for sure. So we are pretty like dialed in on this limitless philosophy, and I'll show you why
yeah,
it works so well.
yeah.
So basically, once again, live today, love tomorrow, unite forever. Live today is basically your body, mind, and soul, right? So let's say I make my 8 year vision. Well, I
Hmm.
would say like, hey, I have my dream body and full on longevity achieved, so that I can live as healthy and good as possible. And if you see a lot of spelling mistakes, by the way, oh yeah, that's totally me. That's why I use Grammarly. I'll fix it later. Um, so basically, like my dream body, I want to feel healthy, good, and everything. I've created my second book, as a result of using my mind and understanding the world, and I feel in complete alignment with my soul purpose. Um, yes. Okay. Cool. So like this could be like my live today North Star. Love tomorrow could be like I've uh, helped over 10 million people in the Limitless School. Um, generated like let's say 1 billion together, and
Why 10 million? Why
earn.
1 billion?
Well, I mean, like if I would say I help 10 million people, right, and I help everyone make what is it, $1,000, right?
Hmm.
Even $100 it is. What if I help
Yeah,
10
100.
million people earn $100? Then like it's 1 billion. It's just this like calculation, but also like
Hmm.
why 1 billion? I think it will be amazing to create like $1 billion of impact for people, not just for
Hmm.
myself, but like for other people. I think that's a
Yeah,
great North Star. And once again, like your
yeah,
North Star is literally just something like you want to like aim towards. Like,
yeah, sure.
it doesn't even necessarily mean like, oh, I need to hit this, because 8 years from now is so far that you'll
Yeah,
like become a completely different version of yourself before you even get
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So it's something
Yeah,
that
you should
like
also not underestimate
aspires
what you
you.
can do in that time, right? Like 8 years
Yeah, exactly.
is such a long time. Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy amount of time.
yeah,
I'm not sure about you, but like I haven't been awake for 8 years, right? Or like barely.
yeah,
Like you've been sleeping through life,
yeah,
from the moment that you actually start doing something with it.
yeah.
Yeah. And I would like earn around at the time probably like 8 million per month or something.
Why
Um,
8, Dan?
well, if you put eight on
That
the
has some
side,
meaning.
it's an if yeah, that's an infinity sign. And eight,
Yeah.
I really believe that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. And the only limits there are the ones that we like see ourselves, like that we
Hmm.
allow us to have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that's why it's cool.
If Dan
So
has to come
one
up
billion
with a number,
together.
it's always 8.
It's always eight. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So maybe I should say 8 million people here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, amazing. So let's say like let's do that, and then that's basically my project, my income, and everything. And then Unite Forever would be at the time I would have around three kids. Um,
Not 8?
um, no, eight. I want four, but around three kids probably at a time. Amazing relationships with my
If you aim
wife.
for 3, you have still room for one mistake.
Yeah, exactly. With my wife, family, being an amazing friend, example as brother, incredible son, um, and have my 5 houses in Bali, Costa Rica, Dubai. Oh, nice. Costa Rica, Dubai, let's say in Dolomites, Italy, and somewhere I don't know yet. Okay, cool. So once again, it's just like a broad North Star or around like that will be like fucking amazing. Like don't
Hmm.
try like when you do this, don't try to think in limits, right? Like just try to think limitless. Like just imagine. Okay, I always say this. Imagine you live in a world where anything is possible, where you are
Hmm.
the creator, where you are able to create your entire life just as you want it. Just imagine
Yeah.
it for a second. from that perspective, create this 8-year vision.
Yeah. Yeah, when creating your vision, you
And
should not have like any limited beliefs. And if you like, what's the saying? How does the saying go? If you aim for the moon, you land on the stars, or
yeah,
other way
aim
around?
for the
Yeah,
stars, land on the moon.
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
exactly.
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is like your north, how I'm setting my North Star, and the reason why this all is important, like if you don't have this, you will most likely not even like be willing to do it because your
Yeah,
vision needs to be so good and so cool
yeah,
that you're like, oh, dang, like I want to wake up for
mhm,
that shit, right? Because like
yeah,
entrepreneurial journey, as you know as well, Bram, is not easy.
yeah. No, no,
And there
no.
will
You
be
do
a
have to
lot of
need.
challenges along the way.
Yeah, you need a vision. You need a vision. Like, of course, like being an entrepreneur and becoming the best version of yourself has like hard moments. And if you don't have a clear vision, in those hard moments, you don't know which way to go. Basically,
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now we have like our North Star, right? And then from there, and as you can probably can see, like it just makes it easier if you do it like if you segment it like this, like live today, love
Mhm,
tomorrow, unite forever. Just like have all the areas that are important in your life, you have like covered.
mhm. Yeah.
And then you basically do the same thing for like 3 years, but now it's like more clear, right? So I want to look very shredded. Um, Tanned, most likely. Still my colorful, cosmic hair. Bit longer, most likely. And I wrote my first draft of my book, of my first book, or I wrote my final draft, basically, of my first book. Final.
What will the book be about then? Do you already know that?
Yeah, for sure. It will be about staying limitless. It will be about this concept,
Hmm.
indeed.
Surprising.
Um, Surprising, right? Yeah. And in
Yeah.
3 years from now, I am 27 years old, right? So it's good to know that for yourself. Like, where am I? So I've like draft my first book, and then once again, it's just like from my mind, right? So it's like for me,
Yeah.
why I want to write a book is because it would like show me I've used my mind so much that I can like compress all that information together
Hmm.
into a book that will provide value for years to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, follow, and I'm following my soul's path, starting to reach probably like 100K people. Well, this is more about me, but yeah, well, cool. And then
That's okay.
I
That's
always
okay.
like just do it like this real quick. So amazing.
That's nice. What would your life look like without Grammarly down?
One big mess. Yeah. So this is like my basically my live today, and then love tomorrow would be in 3 years. Now you're gonna be more precise, right? Because now it's actually
Hmm.
like something you want to achieve. So it would be around if you stay in the eight flow, like 88K, 8.8K, 88K members in the Limitless School. Um, and then I would say 88K per month earnings, personal, and yeah, most likely that. Like it's like projects, impact, and income.
So
Yeah.
maybe something nice down to talk about a little is
Hmm.
what do you think will be like the benefits of writing it down in Live Today, Love Tomorrow, and Unite Forever, and not solely focus on like your business goals because you are an entrepreneur, right? So what's like
Hmm.
what would you say are like the biggest benefits, and what would happen if you would solely focus on your business goals in your life?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love that question. So, like, the thing is, like, you are your business, especially at the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah, of
So
course.
you like your business is basically like a reflection of who you are, right?
Hmm.
And Live Today comes down to energy. How much energy do
Yeah.
you have? And if you have no energy, like you can't even create, you can't do anything, you can't help
Yeah.
anyone. So it all starts with like having the right energy, and that comes down to like your food, your body, your mind, and your soul.
Hmm.
So that's the first thing, and then obviously your business, your projects are extremely important because then you can actually contribute, you can love tomorrow, you can
Yeah.
provide value to the world,
Hmm.
and then unite forever is like sharing it, right? Because if you can't share it, like is it really worth it? Like not only with your family and your friends, but also with your audience. Like share it on social
Yeah.
media, on YouTube, on whatever platform you want to use.
Hmm. All right. Yeah.
And I
Yeah, and
believe
I
like if you
also
keep
you
those
have
in
to
balance,
nurture
you
like
also
your
make the
nurture.
most impact. Hmm.
Now, what did you say?
I said like if you keep those in balance, you make the most impact, and as a result, you earn the most money as well, and that's what we want, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to nurture certain stuff to have more energy. What you were saying, and like be a functioning human. You can't like function as an entrepreneur if you don't get any sleep, don't talk to your family, don't talk to your friends, because it
yeah,
will be like a very some people can do it, I for sure, but I think it's not. Yeah, it brings up a lot of resistance, which is unnecessary, right? If you do that, to solely focus on your business and don't nurture other stuff in your life.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course you can do it. I mean, like, look at
Yeah.
Alex Ramosi, right?
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
doing it. He cut
Hmm.
down all his friends, all his like family and everything, and just focus on his work.
Hmm.
And he got a wife that focuses on work with him,
Hmm.
right? So you
Yeah.
can do it. But like, is that like if your life only exists about creating an impact and like
Hmm.
helping others, like, is it like really worth it? Like
Hmm.
is it like life is about the journey, it's about like what we experience, it's about
Yeah.
like feeling ourselves and enjoying, right?
Yeah.
So if we don't do that, if we don't enjoy the experience, then
Yeah. It isn't only
what is it that we're
about
doing?
the end goal, right? It isn't only about the end goal, and I think like
Yeah,
what you have on your arm focus like live today, love tomorrow, unite forever focuses a lot on the journey and not solely the end goal. Yeah, because if you
yeah.
only focus on the end goal, like when you reach that goal, what then? What then? And yeah, I think
Well,
it's a
you
very
get in a
empty.
burnout.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah, and as you said, it's very empty, right?
yeah, sure. Yeah. So can you maybe talk a
Yeah.
little bit about experience you have had when you didn't focus on live today, love tomorrow, unite forever? How that was that at that point in your
Yes,
life?
yes, I can definitely share that. Just to finish this off real quick, and basically Unite Forever, I would come down to having um, like travel the world with my girl, ready for our first child, great relationships, and you can like make this as good as you want. And I would probably have like around 250K followers, and I forgot that here I would have like probably like freaking 10 million followers, or let's say 8 million across platforms. So amazing. And then this is like still like theoretical basically, but now this is
Mhm.
like where it really changes. Like if you now don't like set yearly goals, but like 12-week goals, that like changed my entire life. Because like we all have two lives, right? We have the life that we are currently living right now,
Mhm.
and we have the life that we are capable of living, the life that we actually
Yeah,
can live.
sure.
And the only difference between those lives is action, execution, actually
Yep.
doing the things that brings us closer to that life that we're capable of living. And in
Mhm.
order for us to do those things, we need to be clear on what it is that like brings us closer towards it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why like 12-week goals are very powerful, because they did a study that 40% of the revenue from
It's also from a
a
book, right?
business.
Sorry to interrupt you, but it's also
Yes.
from a book, right? Yeah, 12-week year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is from the 12-week yearbook. Really good book. Book. absolutely like would recommend it because they mention like 40% of the revenue comes from in business comes from the last quarter. And basically, this book teach you how you can like do that every quarter, every 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So how this would work is basically like, let's say for Live today, I have a goal to get a six pack, right?
Yeah.
Then if that's my goal, then my action item would be um, walk 15K steps or do a workout, like one of the two, right? Every day. And then my second action would be eat 2.2K calories maximum. And then my third action per day would be sleep 7.5 hours for like recovery, right?
Yep.
Now, Bram, you are better at like getting a six pack than me. I can tell you that much. Like, do you think if I would do those actions every day for 12 weeks, that I would have come very close at least to like having a six pack?
It depends on where you start, right? But from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
point you
true.
are now, yeah, sure, sure. I would like do 15K steps and a workout, but that's the only thing I would change. And hitting your protein goals,
Okay.
of course, but that's all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, like, okay, sure. Like, let's do that, right? Like, perfect. Then, like this. Now, there's a way higher chance that I'll achieve
Yeah.
it. So the only thing I need to do now is do these steps, and then I'll reach my 12-week goal, right? And
Yeah.
because I reach my six pack, I'll get closer to my like freaking shredded goal in 3 years,
Yeah.
and that makes me closer to my longevity ideal body in 8 years.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? That's easy.
It does make sense. Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay,
just
cool.
have to divide it in very small steps and very micro steps you can take like every day because they will compound for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And then for like love tomorrow, it would be, for example, my goal would be my goal personally was like 10 sales, right? Of
Hmm.
2.8K, which is $28,000 in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So in order for me to do that, since my ticket price is 2.8K, I need 10 sales, and for that I need to have um, 40 calls because
Hmm.
if I have like a 25% closing rate, so 1 out of 4 call I close,
Hmm.
but also 4 out of 5 calls show up. So then I need 40 booked calls. And then if I have 50 booked calls in 12 weeks, so that's like 5 calls a week per week that I need to generate, right? If I have 5 calls
Yeah.
a week, then I will make $28,000 in 12 weeks.
Yep.
So in order for me to do this, then my action steps will be action items would be, let's say, create for 2 hours, like create videos like this, create lead mag, provide value basically, because if I provide value,
Yep.
I will attract. I can say like I need to book 2 calls per day, or actually 1 call a day, 1 call per day, and I need to deliver, let's say 1 hour a day. Because if I deliver a good service, then my customers will get results, and then I get testimonials, and then more people want to work with me. So that also makes sense. That's easy.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, cool.
For me, it
And then
makes sense. Yeah.
finally, awesome, perfect. If it makes sense for you, it's all good. And then for Unite Forever, if I want to book 1 call a day, I need to have people that actually come to that call, right? Or like that I can book. So
Yeah.
in order for me to book 1 call, or let's say book 5 calls, I need to speak to like 20 people, right? So I need 20 leads. Because if I have 20 leads, I can book 25%, which is 5 calls. And in order for me to get 20 leads, I need 100 visitors on my
Mhm.
about page on about.
Like these are the
And I'll show
ratios you have
this.
seen in the yeah in the last period
Yes, these are
with
like typical.
which is like
Yeah,
pretty
these are like
average or
typical. Yeah,
yeah.
this is pretty
Okay.
average. If you
Yeah.
look at like my about page, for example, over the last 7 days, I had like 166 about page visitors, and then out of those, 32 people sign up. So those are 32
Mm-hmm.
leads, and that was a 20% conversion rate. And then
It's
I
nice.
booked, what is it, like around 6, 7 calls.
Okay.
So,
Pretty nice
and you can do
conversion.
this with everything, right? Yeah, it's great. It's a really good
Yeah.
conversion, right? And I'll show exactly how to set it all up in a second. Um, and like this is how you set like your goals, and this is like how it starts and everything. So in order for me to do this,
Mm-hmm.
I need to like make 30 high value comments or like comments slash uh, comments, one post slash story per week, per day, and reach out, for example, reach out to 10 people per day, for example, right? And this will lead to those 100 visitors, and this will lead to 20
Yep.
leads, 5 calls, 50, like $28,000 in 12 weeks. This is how you do it with everything that you want in life.
Yeah, when you have written it out like this, like the only thing you can do is like do it, and that's a great thing. You make it simple for yourself to just take the action and just do it, basically. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, this is like the easiest way to reach any goal that you want to reach.
yeah. If you don't have it written out, you like your mind is going like all places. What should you do? But now you already have written out what you should do, and you just have to take these micro steps every day, and it just compounds, like we talked about.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like this is, yeah, absolutely one of the easiest way to get started with making a plan on like getting your first sale, right? Like, and
Yeah,
that's where it all starts.
yeah,
So I will also like highly encourage people like create a plan, like just
yeah.
do it like this framework, right? Like
And
have
put
a
it on
major
school.
vision, 3 years,
Put it on your
yeah,
thread,
and put it
right?
on
Share it
school.
with other people because it also makes the likelihood of achieving it higher if you share it with other people and maybe those people can help you keeping you accountable. Yeah, it all helps.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And this is how I started as well, right? Like just narrowing down exactly what I needed to do. I
Mhm.
implemented the steps that I needed to do, and bam, I got my first sale.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. So now we are each other's like accountability partner. Are you
Mhm.
also gonna do something with that with an accountability partner or setting that up in your school community?
Yes, I will definitely do that. This will be part of like our mastermind
Hmm.
community. So like in the free version of like the Limitless School, I'll try to give as much value as I can with all my
Yeah,
insights, videos like this, weekly calls, like these ones, and
yeah,
trying to like give all my information for free. And then
yeah,
you should be able to make money from your passion from that, 100%. And for those who want to like go faster and do it together, those we have like the school, Limitless School Mastermind,
hmm,
and here you will be held accountable exactly on like
hmm,
what are those extra steps that you need to do. Are you doing them? You get personalized support and like mastermind events in person,
yeah,
because I think that's one of the most incredible things there is, like in person
yeah,
live events. So yeah, yeah, I will.
yeah. Great. Yeah, I also think that like in real life events are like are so nice. I mean, like everyone works online nowadays, but like speaking to each other in real life, it's so powerful. And speaking about your goals, what's going on in your life, it's a nice thing to do when you're always working online and connecting with people online to also connect in real life. Have you like thought about how the first in real life event will look like?
Yes, I have. I actually have. Yeah. It will be obviously a limitless event, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it will be 3 days, and then in those 3 days, we will first day will most likely be mainly like lift day. So we're gonna focus
Mhm.
on your mind, your body, and your soul. Maybe do some like inner healing or like some cool stuff around that.
Ah.
And also like it's a way to connect together.
Mhm.
So that we'll start with that. And from there, we'll go to Love Tomorrow, where we'll dive into like business, making money, strategies, things that work, and like do like
Mhm.
brainstorming and like exercises together. And then the last day will be like more Unite Forever. So it will be like making some content together, having some fun, helping each other out, sharing ideas to like help each other like get audience or like get leads and everything. And then also just having some fun.
Mhm.
So it will most likely be around that, and then it's going to be here in Costa Rica, the first one. And it will be in
Nice.
around 4 months.
What has that done for you? Like being in Costa Rica now. Like, this your second time, right? Being in Costa Rica now.
Yes, kind of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's incredible. I mean, like I'm literally surrounded by nature, right? Like the
You can
only thing
also
is I'm
hear
like
it.
in the
You can
middle of
also
the
hear
jungle.
it, like I
Yeah,
told
right.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, like it gives like a extra dynamic to the
Mhm.
video, right?
Mhm.
Um, and it for me it's really inspiring. Like I feel very creative. I wake up when
Mhm.
the sun comes up. I go to bed basically when the sun goes down,
Nice.
and I feel very much aligned with myself and everything. Yeah,
Mhm. Nice. Nice. Yeah, you're basically like your Airbnb is in the jungle, right? It's yeah, it's so
yeah,
nice. So nice.
yeah. It's pretty cool.
All
So
right.
that's really, really nice, and very grateful for that. And that's one of the things that makes it so cool for like making money with your passion.
Mhm.
Like you can live anywhere you want. Like
Yeah.
truly, like living the dream life that you actually want, that you actually desire. Like it is not hard. Like,
No.
like you just need a plan and follow it. Like
Yeah.
obviously, like following that plan won't be easy, and there will be a lot of challenges. But like, it is simple.
Yeah.
And everyone can do it if you're willing to do it. And that's why it's so important to have
Yeah.
that vision first in order for you to get the
Mhm.
first show.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that starting with the vision is like it should always be step one, and the value school brings to the table for people to set up their own community and start earning money online. It's so nice, and like there aren't that many steps you have to take nowadays to become that version of yourself. You just have to know the right ones and execute on it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like truly. Yeah. If you just do that, then you'll move towards that dream life that you want, like literally step by step.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, nice things, nice stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. No, that's absolutely really cool. Um, yeah, I mean like it's probably good to show how what I did to like make that first sale.
Yeah,
Um, and then after that well we'll see how far we get.
yeah,
Um, cool. Okay, so this is basically the first step. Make a plan, and then after you've made a plan, you like need an offer, right? And I'm gonna like kind of try to be kind of fast about this, but basically, Maslow's motivation model is like one of the most interesting things in this world. Like I believe personally, because
hmm
it shows us like all the steps that we need to take in order for us to like reach our potential. And
hmm
it starts all with like your physiological needs, which is like your water, food, and like sleep. And then it goes to safety needs, which is like the house that you're living in, all the way to like unlocking your highest potential and everything. And in a nutshell, the further we go up this ladder, the more money we can make and more people we can help. So for myself and also like why I was started with this, I started like as being a sleeper, right? Like I didn't do anything, I didn't know who I was, I felt lost, uncertain, and I was just like looking for comfort and escaping. I was doing
hmm
drugs and also not earning any money or like 1K a month because I was not providing value, right? I only had met
Yeah.
my physiological needs and safety needs. And then from there, it went really bad for me. So I got like in a sleep paralysis, so I couldn't move. I saw like a big black demon in the corner of my room, looking at me like
It's
with
scary.
yeah, freaking scary, red piercing eyes. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Hmm.
And I called my mother next day, like crying, and my mother called my father, and he drove to me, and he basically explained to me that there are three things that you can focus on in life. You can focus on like your family and friends, me, myself, and I, and your business. And he asked me like, where
Yeah.
are you focusing on? And I realized that I was only focusing on my friends. And that perspective helped me do more of my life, change my life, right?
Hmm.
So it allowed me to focus on myself and on my business. And I became like a seeker, became like someone that wanted to get more out of life. So I found a sense of belonging, earned recognition, and felt valued. And now I was earning 4 to 8K a month, which was
Hmm.
a lot better.
Yeah.
And from there, I went too fast and I basically lost a lot of money because I was $70,000 in debt because I didn't really know how to run a backend, right?
Hmm.
And I think this is too much information for this one video, actually.
Yeah, yeah, we're covering a lot. But this is also
Yeah,
our first time doing this, right? So we also have
yeah,
to, yeah, figure it out a little bit.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And
Maybe
like,
people can like in the YouTube comments and also school like ask certain questions for in the future, and we can also like dive into that in the upcoming session next
yeah,
Saturday.
exactly. Yeah, because I think like starting just with that why is probably like really good.
Yeah,
And having your first vision.
yeah,
Because if I'm gonna cover everything in this video, then like it might be a
yeah.
little bit like fucking long.
We don't have the time.
Yeah. Yeah, well we can make the time, right? But like it's
Yeah, we
I don't
can
want
for
people to
sure.
feel overwhelmed.
Oh,
Um
yeah.
so let's like let's probably like go back to like the why and like help people like make that first. Like let that
Hmm.
be their first step.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, I'm just thinking about like what is the best way to do it. Maybe shall I explain like what do you think? Shall I explain like the Limitless OS and like how to make your first show actually or
Yeah, you can. Or we can keep that for the next for our next session. What you want, like because this is all focused on mostly focused on creating that vision, right? But I
mm-hmm.
think we've
Yeah.
covered that like very well right now. Also with
Yeah.
Maslow's like pyramid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe that's good actually. Yeah. Um yeah. No, I agree. Like so basically in a nutshell like in order for you to make your first sale, you need to have a plan. You need to have a
Yeah,
vision. Like it all
yeah,
comes down to that. Because if you have your plan and your vision, then you just have to execute on that.
but you know what maybe would be a nice thing to do if people like put their vision and their 3 year plan, their 8 year vision, their North Star and their of also their like 12 week plan in the thread on school, and we can talk about that in the next Saturday and give you can give feedback on that. That will also maybe
Yeah, that's cool.
be a nice
Yeah,
thing.
that's really
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, that's
yeah,
nice. I can give feedback on their plans and everything. That's nice. Yeah, let's do that. So, yeah, if you put your plan in there, then I'll give feedback on it and you can improve it. That's probably
yeah,
fucking cool.
yeah,
Yeah, because this is just like how I made my first sale, right? Like, once again, I had a vision. I made a 3 year plan. I made a 12-week plan. I executed on that plan. I launched on this Saturday and I did the things that I needed to do. So I
hmm,
like got the people in my group. I called them up and I
yeah,
set them for a call and I did the sales call, and then I made my first sale. It's that
It's
simple.
just
Like
that
it
simple.
doesn't
Yeah.
have to be harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice,
So
bro,
that's fucking cool.
to see how fast you executed that. I also said that in like in on school, like how fast you executed this is insane. But that shows how important that vision is. If you have that vision, it doesn't have to take that long to execute it and to get your first sale.
Yeah, I agree. Like for sure. Like it really doesn't have to take too long.
No.
Um, yeah, it's just about like that plan is just super important because if you don't know what the things what the things are that you need to do, then
Hmm.
like obviously you're not gonna reach it,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
it all starts with a plan. Like yeah.
Yeah. But it's so logical to actually have a plan. But I think a lot of people don't do that nowadays and just start with it without having a vision. And what I told earlier and I told about earlier, spoke about earlier, and you also said like if you don't have that plan and some like challenge comes up, you don't know what to do from that point on. And if it becomes hard and you distance yourself from the problem, yeah, it will just slow the process down.
Yes,
Bless
exactly.
you. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, and like also they did this research and I got this from the book as well. If you
Mhm.
don't have a plan, like or even if it's not written out,
Yeah.
you'll be like 60% less likely to actually achieve the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So achieve the goal that you want. So even just writing it out or like typing it in the thread
Hmm.
on school, that will
Yeah.
link here. It will help you. It will help you like a lot.
Yeah.
So I believe that's the main value that we can give today. So
Yeah.
to summarize it, um, create an 8-year vision, like a North Star for yourself. Make a 3-year, more clear plan on where you want to go. Um, and from there, create 12-week plan with daily action steps for each of the limitless values. Live today, your energy, love tomorrow, your impact and your money, and unite forever your family and your audience.
Yeah. And when creating that, keep this in mind. That it should be limitless.
Stay limitless. Exactly. It should be limitless. Don't try to think um, in obstacles or things that are not possible. Just imagine once again a world where
Yeah.
everything is possible. You are the creator of your own life. You are the director of your movie. You're the main character in your game, and from that energy, you're gonna create the most limitless life that you can have.
Amen.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that. Thanks everyone for being part of this amazing journey. Really looking forward to seeing you on the here next week, same time. And of course, stay limitless.
Stay limitless. Thank you.
Nice.
Nice.